How's it going out there? This is Pete. We're over at not just DIY Auto School. We're over at SWRC, which stands for Southwest Rod and Custom as well. I get a lot of questions about my shop. I get questions down, and I got to write a book to a person before they decide they want me to do the work for them. I'm gonna go ahead and answer a couple questions for you, and then you can make your own mind up of what's going on. First of all, my number one policy is honesty. Honesty is my policy. Southwest, hello?
Yes, I was looking for Pete.
Yeah, this is Pete. What can I do for you, sir?
Yeah, this is, my name is Dale. Pete, you just sent me a text.
Yeah, how you doing, Dale? I just had the customer come in here and they said to turn it into your insurance that you backed into them and wrecked their vehicle.
No, that's all wrong. I've already...
Oh, that's wrong? Hold on a second. Whoa. Now, why would they have your insurance and detailed pictures? Why would they have detailed pictures of you hitting their car?
I gave it to them because it was a no contest accident.
A no contest accident? You backed into them with your vehicle with the bicycle on the back. You were more...
Okay. I'm sorry, here, sir. Okay, if you got any questions,
I'll tell you what, I've already told them to contact the police and file a police report, and we're going to be contacting your insurance as well, sir. Okay. You don't hit and run people and then act like it's not your problem, sir. Just because you came to Moab, Utah, doesn't mean you're somebody, okay? Go back to Tennessee, bitch. No, fuck you. Fuck you. Did I say honesty is the best policy here? Let me go ahead and explain something. That guy hit a person in Moab, Utah, hit a person, backed into them. They only had the vehicle that they owned for one day. They were in a parking lot at one of the stores downtown. This guy, Mr. Visitor, rammed into them, backed into them. He was more concerned about his bike rack than he was his vehicle that he hit. The vehicle that he hit. So they totaled out this brand new Dodge truck. He basically, you heard the conversation, it's a no contest. The people have pictures of the vehicle that got hit with him backed into it. But it's not his fault. Is that honesty? Is that honest? No. That's scam. Stick it in your ass. Fuck you. You're a piece of shit. I don't live there and I'm gone. We were talking about honesty. Okay, that's my number one policy is honesty. If I do something to your vehicle, I immediately text you pictures. If I run into an issue with your vehicle, I contact you. I send you detailed pictures of what is wrong and what needs to be repaired on your vehicle to make the issue right. I get a lot of people that say, well, why should I bring my car to you? Why? You're just one guy. I can bring it to the shop. He's got 10 employees over at the other shop. Okay, 10 times 2 is 20. That means 20 hands is going to be on your vehicle. 20 different hands. Now, here's another situation with taking your car to a big boy shop or a big, should I say, collision repair shop or multi-mega shop that has 10, 20 employees. The guy that's working on your car today might not be there tomorrow and a new guy will be working on it. Is that what you want when you got a classic vintage car, 20 different people working on your vehicle, 40 different hands touching your car that don't know nothing? Half these guys are hired off the street and they're training on your vehicle? So I'm gonna ask you a question. Why are you asking me why the fuck you should bring your car to me? One man job, one man situation with 2 hands, the only hands that will work on your vehicle. Why would you do that? Let's walk around the shop. I want to show you a few jobs that I'm doing. And then you answer this question. Should I take my car to a guy like Pete, or should I go to the big mega shop that's got the bright lights and the big signs and 20 people walking around with uniforms on and the big boss man sitting in the office and the coffee machine in the waiting room? I'm going to ask you this. Watch what we got, make your mind up, and tell me what you would do. So we're going to start out with this beautiful vehicle right here. This is a 1971 A-body, 1971 A-body. That's the chassis that it is. It's an A-body chassis that belongs to an SS Chevelle. This is a vehicle from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And what I'm in the process of doing is restoring the drivetrain. We've already completely restored the front suspension work. It's all done. Brand new brake system on the front. Brand new brake lines. You can see that right here. Beautiful job. Here's the old rotted brake line stuff right here. Okay, look at that. Here's the brand new one. We're waiting on other brake lines to get here to finish that out. They didn't send everything. This is an issue, people. This is the original valve for the brake system. You can see the rot and the rust. You can see that. We ordered a brand new one. Or should I say, I ordered a brand new one because we are restoring this vehicle properly. Now, we can go ahead and paint that and make it look brand new, clean it out. Being the age that it is, what would you do? We didn't just restore the front suspension, we also did the rear suspension, and at the same time, I went ahead and made brand new brake lines for the owner of the vehicle, and also put in brand new grade 8 hardware. You can see that right there. After I installed all of the rubber bushings and did everything that it takes, including brand new brake lines, right there you go, to do the job properly. Only one person worked on this vehicle, not 10 different people with 20 different hands. Do you understand what's going on here? This is professional job. This is honesty is the policy, and that's life. When we got the parts in, the brake lines were the wrong brake lines. They sent him brake lines for rear disc brakes. Those won't work. They also sent him a 3/8 fuel line for a return line. That won't work. We got the other brake lines in there that go to the front. Once we put the other vent line in, which they didn't send him, I took it upon myself to contact the company that he got these from and told them that you need to give this guy a refund. So tomorrow I'll be taking pictures of those and sending them to the guy so he can see what's going on here. I took it upon myself to go ahead and order the remainder lines that we need, and then we'll put them on the owner's bill. Now this is another thing. When I say order parts, the parts that I order for your vehicle while it's here, I don't upcharge those parts. I don't mark them up. Whatever I pay for that part, that's how much you're gonna pay for it. Whatever the shipping is, that's the shipping you're gonna pay. Take it to the big boy shop and they will mark the parts up and everything else that it takes to get that part for your vehicle. My friend Pete doesn't do that. This is a 1961 Corvette. We're getting ready to take the windshield out and the top off so we can go ahead and paint the interior of it. The car's paint ready. It is now in paint ready stage. All it needs is block sanded and painted on the outside. Only 2 hands, actually 4 hands worked on this, but 90% of it was with 2 hands. And when I say 4 hands, the only other person that worked on it is my wife, Minnie, the body shop girl. Nobody else touched the car, did anything to it. This is a classic, this is a vintage, this is American muscle car, this is history that we're looking at. Only one guy worked on it, me. Dismantling it, repairing it, priming it, stripping it to bare fiberglass and everything else it takes to do a job like that. Me, myself, and I. The owner contacted several specialty shops, and he wanted to get a quote from them. One of the shops told him, bring your car and $25,000 over here. Bring your car and $25,000 deposit. That's what they told him. Unbelievable. I don't ask for any money up front. Why don't I ask for any money up front, my friend Pete? Why? Why don't you? Because I don't believe that I should get money up front when I haven't even done anything to your car. I cut it into a stage, different stages. When I get done with that stage, you give me money, and we move to the next stage. If I got an issue with you because you got an attitude problem, or I have an attitude problem, or you run out of money, or I can't work on your car anymore, then I don't owe you anything and you don't owe me anything. You paid me off for what I did. Come get your car. Goodbye, shake a hand, we'll see you later, thank you. I don't get money up front. I only ask for money after I do work to the vehicle. This is the number matching big block 402 engine that belongs to the 71 Chevelle. And we are restoring the engine, we're not rebuilding it. This engine does not need rebuilt. The engine is a beautiful engine, it runs great. It's an awesome engine, it's a number matching big block 402. And what we're doing is we are restoring the engine to match the restoration of the vehicle. I have dismantled the engine by myself. I have cleaned the engine by myself. We have inspected the engine by myself. The parts that you see aren't on here are getting sandblasted right now because the rust was so bad on them. When we get that back, we will finish this engine out and it will be a beautifully restored big block 402 that will match the restoration of the vehicle. When you're dealing with a car like this, it's very hard to trust somebody that they aren't going to steal your parts, that they're not going to change stuff out and keep stuff off your vehicle for their vehicle. Honesty is the best policy. Remember that? Honesty. A good example of my friend Pete being honest is I was quoted a price to have the 71 Chevelle sandblasted, not the whole car, just the bottom of the vehicle and the frame. He told me it was $1,200. I contacted the owner. I told the owner about the money that he owes for blasting. He immediately sent me $1,200 to give to the sandblaster guy. The next following day, after I received the money, the sandblaster guy contacted me on the phone and said, hey, I made a mistake, it's only going to be $1,000. I contacted the owner of the vehicle, and I told him, hey, good luck. You only have to pay $1,000 to get the sandblasting done. I'll go ahead and take your other $200 and take it off what you owe me. The big boy shops, they aren't going to do that for you. They're going to keep the $200 and just keep the money and tell you it was $1,200. So I'm going to ask you again, why would you want to bring your car to my friend Pete to have it restored? Or possibly have a collision repair done to your vehicle? So what we got here, we got a Dodge truck. It's a 2023, and you can see the bedside needs replaced. I'm the only one working on it. Nobody else is. I got Minnie, the body shop girl, handing me tools and hold this and do that. But the bedside needs replaced. When you get a collision job in, the insurance company will write up the job with aftermarket parts or junkyard parts, depending on what your policy is now. That's what they say, Well, whatever your policy is, that's what we got to do. Now, on this particular vehicle, we had to buy a brand new bedside. There was no way out of it. Let's just go ahead and say a scenario that the bed needed fixed and it needed a new taillight and possibly a tailgate. The insurance company would pay for a used tailgate. They would get an aftermarket taillight, and then you would have to repair the bedside, not replace it. So bringing your car to a guy like me is a good thing in the benefit that if this needs an aftermarket taillight, my friend Pete's going to buy a factory taillight because I am still making money because I'm a one-man operation, my shop's paid for, and I only have one monthly bill, which is my electricity. So I can afford to go ahead and buy you a brand new taillight from the factory instead of buying a aftermarket one that is chintzy, cheap, and inexpensive. Are you getting the picture of why you should bring your car to me and not the big boy shop or the corporation collision repair shop that is going to throw your car together and give it to you, and hopefully the paint won't fade out until after you have it for a year or more? Does that make any sense to you? The other problem you have is very, very hard to find somebody that you can trust. Honesty and trust have got to work together. And if you can't find a person you can trust with your classic car or your American muscle Corvette, and all you're gonna do is worry every night you go to bed that you hope you're gonna get the same car back, or he's not gonna steal my engine and drop another engine in it. Do you see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of factors that join together like a jigsaw puzzle that says a guy like my friend Pete is the best place to take your vehicle and have it restored or repaired. Another thing is if I feel like you are possibly down in the dumps and your vehicle is wrecked real bad where you can't drive it, and you have a high deductible, I can save part of that deductible for you where you don't have to pay the whole deductible. And I'm still making a good living. I can charge $100+ for labor if I want to, and people will pay me, but I don't do that. Because I believe in helping people out, doing an awesome, wonderful, beautiful job for that person, and putting money in my bank to pay my bills. I'm not here to be a millionaire. I'm not here to drive Maseratis and Lamborghinis. I'm here to make a living, to be a human being that survives. So, I'm gonna ask you, who would you take your car to? Of a no contest accident, you backed into him with your vehicle with the bicycle on the back. You were more.
Okay. I'm sorry, here, sir. Okay, if you got any questions,
I'll tell you what. I've already told them to contact the police and file a police report, and we're going to be contacting your insurance as well, sir. Okay. You don't hit and run people and then act like it's not your problem, sir. Just because you came to Moab, Utah, doesn't mean you're somebody.